Every great drama has its subplots. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was no exception. The Jazz finally got a marquee performance from their star, Karl Malone. The mailman stole the show with 39 points. Meanwhile, Chicago's leading man, Michael Jordan, was having trouble hitting his marks. Even with Malone's big night, the director of Utah's cast, Jerry Sloan, made a script revision at intermission. He called on a seldom-used veteran from Wichita State, a stand-in, Antoine Carr. Carr had 5 field goal attempts in the second half. He made them all. Without his performance in a supporting role, the NBA Finals would be history. Instead, the Jazz are back in Utah, back on their home stage, after refusing to let the curtain come down in Chicago. Game 6, next.
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1998 NBA Finals. Tonight, it's Game 6. The Chicago Bulls versus the Utah Jazz.
Game 6. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Costas. As we mentioned earlier, no team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit to win the NBA Finals. That's what the Jazz are facing. But for the sake of context, 6 teams have recovered after being down 3-1 to win earlier rounds in the NBA playoffs, including 3 teams that eventually won the championship. And should the Jazz win tonight and force a Game 7, then it would be worth noting that very few teams have ever won a 7th game on the road in the finals. That's what Chicago would be facing. If anything, Utah would have a slight edge, it would seem, in that scenario. Now, if Chicago wants to take some encouragement from recent history, they know that Game 6 has been very, very good to them. Of their 5 championships, only one, the first one, a 5-game victory over the Lakers, was not clinched in the 6th game. There was the comeback from 15 points down in the 4th quarter against Portland in '92. John Paxson shot at Phoenix a year later. The Sonics were finished off in Game 6 2 years ago in Chicago, and then it was Steve Kerr's shot that finally put Utah away last spring in Chicago, and Danny Crawford, who worked Game 2 of the Finals here at the Delta Center. The Bulls are just 4-4 on the road in the playoffs, and in fact have lost 4 of their last 5 road games against their toughest opponents, the Pacers and the Jazz. Jordan guarded by Russell. Hornacek will open on Pippen. He'll try and post Scotty on him. They go to it right away. Stockton comes over on the double team. Now back to Scotty, and they couldn't recover. Hornacek was left alone with him, and an easy 2 for Scotty. It looks like Scottie Pippen is laboring as he moves up and down the court. Ahmad told you he's suffering from a bad back. Malone hits his first. 17 of 27 in Game 5. Hornacek from Stockton ties the game at 4.
That was a great screen by Karl Malone. Hornacek set Michael Jordan up beautifully, and in a great entry pass by Stockton.
Now you watch Pippen come across the lane, and as he reaches up to dunk, he pulls his back out, and you see him grimace as he comes up the floor. Let's keep our eye on Scottie Pippen tonight.
Fresh 24.
You watch Malone and Rodman battling under the boards. Malone's going all out as he runs the floor. They both kick each other a little bit. The referees may clean that up.
Russell couldn't finish. Kukoc rebounds.
See, with Pippen hurting, I think Harper's going to have to step up big and supply the scoring load.
Jordan for 3. Got it. Jordan with 5. And Chicago with a 7-point lead.
Pulled up and missed that little easy bank shot off the glass. That 15-footer dead on is a better shot for him to take than the one off the glass.
Jordan wheels inside around Anderson. And again, it's a 2-point game. His 2nd rebound tonight, and only his 5th in the last game and a half, after such a strong performance in Game 4. Michael springs free and takes the lob from Kukoc.
Great roll off for Russell. Faked up and spent off
To perfection.
18 for the mailman. Jordan for three. And there's his answer.
I think that's his third three of the game, Bob. And going into this game, Kukoc and Pippen were a combined 4 for 23 from three at the Delta Center in the first two games.
It is his third tonight, and he has 19 points. Malone tries to answer, and can, and he has 20. A Jordan-Malone duel shaping up in Game 6. Stockton from Malone.
Beautiful slip on that play. Stockton went across like he was going to set the screen on Longley. Michael relaxed just a moment. He slipped it. The give and go, Isaiah. That was a beautiful play.
Malone has 23. And can't add to it. Kukoc takes it down. Chicago trails by 3 as we move inside 6 minutes to play in the third. Here's Pippen. The bad back makes Hornacek's assignment on him a whole lot easier. Left alone, he doesn't take the three. Michael, fade away.
See, if I'm Hornacek, I make Pippen make one of those shots. He's really rushing out to close out on him. He's got to show me he can shoot that ball before I'm too concerned with him. I got to be more.
That's very tiresome. However, when you're running up and down the court, that's an aerobic exercise. That doesn't take a lot out of you. So him going to the basket, taking that pounding, that takes a lot more out of you.
And also, right now is normally the time that Michael Jordan rests. He tries to rest the first couple minutes of the fourth quarter without Pippen. He's not going to get that rest. So we'll see what that does as the game wears on.
But Jordan is the one individual that I've seen in this game since I've played that can carry his team in the fourth quarter even when he's fatigued.
He's already played more games and more minutes than at any time in his career. Isley, big hoop for Utah.
Tell me confidence isn't an unbelievable thing. This is the same kid we watched in Game 5 who didn't even want to dribble the basketball. Today he's making some big plays for his team.
Jordan against Anderson. He's still Michael Jordan. Whatever he has lost, through fatigue, through age, through whatever, has only brought him somewhat back to the field. He still leads the field. Morris out of the corner. Rodman with board position on Antoine Carr. Chris Morris has had a lot of open looks at threes like that in this series. Usually he's pretty good with them. In this series, he hasn't been able to hit them. Rodman drills a 20-footer and gives it that go-figure gesture.
Now remember, in Game 2 in here, he hit that same shot to tie the game.
Malone hands it back to Morris, who converts on the reverse. Timeout, Chicago.
Now you watch Jordan using all his energy on offense. He goes drive hard to the left and shoots a fadeaway J. And then Rodman, go figure, right? Lined up straight in, shoots it right in, and even he's surprised. And you watch Chris Morris moving without the basketball. Malone with the beautiful feed. Morris with the reverse layup off the glass. Beautiful basketball by Utah.
They're really struggling scoring.
And this was Chicago's defense has been dominant against Utah in the fourth quarter.
Jordan with the jumper. And with 37 points.
You watch Jordan come off the screen and he's double teamed. And as an offensive player, you're allowed to establish position and come down. It's a tough call right there.
Oh no, says Michael. The Jazz by a basket.
Well, remember last year in Game 4, Stockton to Malone that won the game. The long pass over the fingertips of Michael Jordan. Stockton with a great pass. Michael just misses it, and Malone gets the layup really to seal the win. Well, moments ago, were we going to see the same thing here? A chance to go up 4. Hornacek throws the pass, and Michael Jordan, with every ounce of energy that he has, goes up and gets the steal. He misses the shot, the 3 that would have put him up 1. Had this gone through, it would have been a 4-point lead for the Jazz. Michael gets back and makes the great steal.
Jordan has 37 points on 13 of 32. Even Superman apparently gets tired. Malone, lots of room. Got it!
That's their pet play. Malone goes over like he's going to the post and screams for Stockton.
Now you watch Jordan in the fourth quarter trying to get to the basket against Anderson. Pulls up and takes the jump shot. Again, they're keeping him out on the perimeter, not allowing him to get into the post. Coming to the foul line for his patented free throw line, Jay. But again, Russell keeping him out of the post. Pulls up, shoots it a little short. This is a big 20-second timeout for Chicago because it allows Jordan to get some rest before he goes to the free throw line to try to knock down 2.
He cuts it to 1. Phil Jackson has told the Bulls during the last couple of timeouts, let's try to take it to the rack, go to the basket, not look for the perimeter shot. Jordan ties it. Maybe the 20-second timeout was, as much as anything, just to give him a breather to gather himself for the crucial free throws. 50 seconds. Malone. Cross-court Stockton, a 3. It's there!
Now Ron Harper is guarding Stockton, who cuts through. Pippen is going to double team. So watch what happens now. Stockton's going to circle through, and Antoine Carr dives down, so Harper has to play him. Now on the skip-out pass, Stockton hits the 3. What a huge shot to put his team up 3. Look how close his foot was to the line here. A 3 by inches. The Bulls would like to get 2-for-1 possession here. Try to get a quick score, get to the free throw line to give them 2 opportunities to 1.
Pippen into Jordan. Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1.
They scored within 4 seconds there. That's how quickly that changes now. Now it puts the pressure on the Jazz to score once again.
Jordan with 43. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan running on fumes with 45 points.
At the end of the game, you gotta get it out of his hands. Killer.
This was really the play that hurt Isaiah because they scored so quickly. Michael got in there and scored within 4 seconds. And what happened was Michael doubled back. You're going to see he's in the play. Look where Hornacek is setting the screen. Michael never clears, so Malone doesn't see him. He comes from the blind side and strips him. So 3 crucial plays here by Michael Jordan now as he gets Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips, and Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead.
That may have been, who knows what will unfold in the next several months, but that may have been the last shot Michael Jordan will ever take in the NBA.
Watch Jordan's left hand here as he gives Russell the push. The referee can't see that. Jordan frees himself up for a clean look. The greatest thing about Jordan is he has all the tricks. That's why it's so difficult to guard him.
If that's the last image of Michael Jordan, How magnificent is it? If they don't, for the second straight year, they go out in 6. Stockton, Harper's on him. Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat. Jackson and Jordan, perhaps for the last time.